Hi, I'm Representative Jonathan Brostoff. Welcome to my latest edition of What's Up Wednesday. Today, we're going to take a break from our usual update on strictly state issues to talk about the recent vote to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Politics is not a game. It is not a sport. It's public service. And listen, I'm an avid gamer. I'm a huge sports fan. I could talk for days about strategy and how great it is to win. I love sports. And one of the realities about sports is that two people who are watching the exact same game, watching the very same play, can feel completely opposite about a ref's call. It's not uncommon to hear one fan claim that that was an awful call, while a fan of the opposing team congratulates the ref for one of the best calls ever made. Exactly same game, exactly same play, very different responses. Because when it's our team, sometimes we care more about winning than a fair game. Politics, when you boil it down, is simply about resource allocation and the creation of rules to promote a fair and just society. That's it. It's not supposed to be about winning and losing, but somehow we've let that perspective slip. And it's on us to get the conversation to be about effective governance and away from this winner-loser paradigm for the sake of our community and really for the sake of our country. On May 4th, House Repubs are absolutely giddy about a vote that many admitted to not even having read. A bill that didn't even get a cost estimate, let alone a public hearing. A bill that, if put into effect, would be so harmful and so destructive that many Americans could completely lose their life savings just trying to pay for necessary healthcare treatments, or could even lose their lives because they couldn't afford the healthcare. Disgusting. How did we get here? We have many in the media and in politics who have actively pushed us away from an emphasis on good governance and towards creating winners and losers. But politics is not a game. It is not a sport. It is public service. And it can be the difference between getting access to life-saving medicine and not being able to afford that same life-saving medicine. Now, people have asked me, why are you mad about this? Aren't you a Democratic rep? You should be happy. You're going to win more support, more seats because of this. Well, that may be the case, but at what cost? We must consider when debating public policy in a thoughtful and deliberate manner, what are the implications for our communities? This vote was a despicable extension of the worst that can happen when politics is treated like a game or a sport instead of public service. Under the Repub's proposed bill, healthcare costs would increase for an estimated 130 million Americans, with some premiums potentially as high as $25,700 for those in high-risk pools. The list of what the bill recognizes as pre-existing conditions is sickening and includes diabetes, bulimia, Crohn's disease, autism, bipolar disorder, pregnancy, yes, pregnancy, toothaches, Parkinson's disease, and many, many more. Last week, Friday, Governor Walker, who ironically himself was an early casualty of Trump's political career, said that he certainly would consider a waiver that would harm our Wisconsin neighbors who have pre-existing conditions. Of course, since his seat is up for grabs next year, Scotty quickly walked back his statement on Twitter because he realized what a terrible thing that was to say. I am both deeply disturbed and more motivated than ever to work towards solution. We can do better. We must do better. But right now we need action. So please take the time to call your senators, call your congresspeople, call the governor. Let them know that you oppose the ACA repeal. Lives literally depend on it. We need action. We need you. Make those calls. Get everyone you know in your family and friends circles to please make those calls as well. Thank you for tuning in this week. This is Wednesday, and that's what's up.